and welcome to Express Drives. My name is Dipayan Datta, and if you're wondering what a good day in the life of an automotive journalist looks like, this is it. And in the toy box today, we have the Suzuki V-Strom 650 XT on its debut in India. Let's not waste any more time, swing a leg over and see what she rides like. And there she is, looking beautiful in yellow in the Rajasthani sun, where we've come to test the new V-Strom 650 XT. Now in its third generation since 2004, the V-Strom is now lighter, has more power on tap, and has a whole lot of small features that make it a great all-round motorcycle, not just an off-road bike, not just an on-road bike, not just a tourer, but a little bit of all of them put together. In its third generation, the V-Strom 650 gets a lot of design elements, not only from the V-Strom 1000, like the vertically stacked headlamps, but also gets a design that is inspired from the old generation DRZ and DR Big. It also gets a slimmer tank and an 830mm seat that is accessible and comfortable even for shorter riders, and even accommodates a larger rider like myself with a lot of comfort. Another very important thing on the Suzuki V-Strom that makes it more practical as a tourer is the fact that the passenger seat meets the rear loading dock on a complete plane, meaning you can create a lot more luggage space, add a few panniers and still have space for a passenger. Now in the 2017 model, the V-Strom gets the XT abbreviation to its name, and if you're wondering what that's about, you see these knuckle guards, you see this engine bash plate, and you see these spoke wheels. They all add off-road capability, and that's what Suzuki is looking to show you, that it's not only a road tourer, but it is also a capable off-road machine. Now you can have these rims in either gold or black, but personally speaking, I think the gold looks fantastic and adds a lot of premium value and a lot of classic looks to the motorcycle. And I think that's one of the factors that really make the Suzuki V-Strom stand out. Although if the black rims are your thing, don't let me stop you, they still look just as good. Now another very good thing on the V-Strom 650 XT is the fact that you can adjust the traction control between two positions and switch it off entirely. Now if you want to have some fun on the dirt, switch it off entirely. For regular riding conditions, traction control setting 1 does a great job. And in the wet, in muck or on cobblestone roads, you can switch to the traction control setting 2, which is a little bit more invasive than 1, but does the job of keeping the bike in check without really affecting the performance. Now powering the 2017 V-Strom 650 is an updated version of the 90-degree V-twin that features on the old V-Strom 650, but Suzuki have largely changed the way it delivers the power, with the meat of the power coming in the mid to top end range of the power band, thus making it better on the highway and, more importantly, better off-road, thus earning the XT name for the V-Strom 650. Another very exciting feature on the 2017 V-Strom is the low torque assist, which raises the idling speed when you need it, so that you can have more torque on tap in congested city conditions and for difficult off-road situations. Now another change to the V-Strom 650 is the addition of this new exhaust, which looks like it's from a V-Strom 1000, but it's not. It's been designed exclusively for the V-Strom 650. It has a larger diameter and it's longer, which not only increases the efficiency and increases the way the power is put down, but also accommodates space for the optional 3-piece panniers that would sit here and on this side. Now centering the V-Strom 650 is a twin-spar aluminium chassis, which, unlike the rest of the 650cc competition that gets steel chassis, adds a lot of rigidity and helps better the handling. The removal of the plastic plates from here, from the previous version, adds to the slimness of the tank, making it easier to grip between the knees and therefore easier to ride over longer distances. Now the V-Strom gets a 19-inch rim in the front with spokes, which is great for off-road, as you know, and a 17-inch at the rear. Now the 110 section in the front and the 150 section in the back are shod in Bridgestone Battle Axe adventure touring tires, which are good for the road and the occasional off-road jaunt. But if you want more off-road capabilities, the market does have a couple of off-road only tires that would fit this bike. In most ways, I really like the V-Strom, and I like the way the engine behaves, and I like the way it rides. But if I had to pick things that I don't like, the number one thing would be the braking that simply doesn't have the feel that you need for a bike that weighs 213 kilos. And another thing I don't like is the fact that it only gets 170 millimeters of ground clearance, which is not enough for serious off-roading that the other competition can do. This is mostly a stock test bike. We do get some accessories for test. That includes this luggage rack at the back and these crash guards on the front. Everything else you see on the bike is as stock as it comes, including the engine bash plate at the bottom, these knuckle guards, and of course this three-way adjustable visor. Of course, it's not electronically adjustable. It needs to be manually adjusted, but we think for a bike in this price range, it does do the job right. In addition, this chain cover also is an optional extra and will set you back by quite some. We know that this rear luggage pannier will cost you about 20,000 above what you pay for the V-Strom anyway. It is a little bit expensive, but it is very functional and fits a lot of luggage. So it makes a lot of sense if you're going to use this bike for overland adventures, touring and long road trips. And in case you're wondering, the rear luggage pack does accommodate a full-size helmet with room to spare. Now at 7.42 lakhs, the V-Strom is a whole lakh more expensive than the Versys 650. The big question then is it worth the money? Well, we spent the entire day in and around Jaipur on our way to Ranthambore to find out whether that really is the case. And after having ridden it for an entire day on highways, off-road and in traffic, the V-Strom has come out as a really capable all-round motorcycle that you can use for commute, that you can use for touring, and you can take it off-road and it will still perform. And I think that's what sets the V-Strom apart, and I think that's what I like so much about it, and why I would probably prefer this to the more on-road oriented Versys 650. Before we end, I'll tell you the things I like and I'll tell you the things that I don't like about this bike. What I like is its supreme ability to do everything with a smile on its face and ensures that the smile stays on your face as well. I like the fact that it is off-road capable. I like the way the power is delivered on the V-Strom 650. I like the fact that it has a low torque assist for city commute. What I don't like about the bike is the braking, which is not sufficient. It needs a little more bite and it needs a little more feeling in the brake lever while you're braking. The ABS is not switch offable, which is a slight miss. It only needs a button. Another thing I don't like is the fact that it only gets 170 millimeters of ground clearance, which is not enough if you want to do some serious off-roading. Overall, the Versys 650 has turned out to be a great all-purpose motorcycle that you can use for commute and for touring and for off-road. We hope you enjoyed this video. For everything automotive, log on to www.expressdrives.com. We hope you enjoyed our video review of the V-Strom 650 XT. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with friends and family.